Hi, this is Olga from hbuddy.com. In this short video, I will show you how to use this very simple but very handy tool called a tape maker. This one actually has a funny name, Sewmate. Do you use this precision tool that folds fabric in perfect halves automatically? While sewing my Easter table runner, I decided to embellish it with fabric strips between my applique pieces. And the question was how to make these strips so there are no visible raw edges and there is no difference between them in size. They should be exactly the same, right? To do it manually is quite a tedious work, but I didn't want to spend hours just to make some trims for my table runner. So I decided to use this gadget called Bias Tape Maker. Let me show you how to use it. Cut the fabric into strips. But what fabric to use? These tape makers are good for quilting cotton and any medium weight woven fabric. Some lightweight fabric can be used also, but you will need to starch it so it becomes stiffer. Usually strips should be twice as wide as the size of the finished tape. On these tape makers you can see some numbers. Here is ½ inch. I hope you can see it. And here is 25 millimeters. That's the width of the final strips. So for the first one, I cut the strip 1 inch wide. And for the second, I cut the strip 48-50 millimeters wide. But I will test it out with a scrap piece before cutting the entire length of fabric, because fabrics can have different weight and structure, and you may need to adjust the width of the strip depending on the weight of the fabric. I am going to use my fancy quilting ruler. It makes the cutting process so much faster. It's called June Taylor Shape Cut Ruler. With it, I can cut many strips at once using my rotary cutter. I highly recommend this product because it drastically cut down on the time I spent cutting my fabric. You can cut the strips vertically, horizontally, or diagonally. If you want to make a bias tape, then cut it diagonally using 45 degrees angle. I will use the tape maker to make some fabric trims on my table runner. I just need the narrow strips with enclosed raw edges. I don't want to make a bias tape, so I am going to cut vertically. I must hold the cutter properly. You see also that I use a large self-healing mat for cutting, so I don't destroy my table. Okay, I am done cutting. So here I have my strips. Now I have to insert the strip into the tape maker. Wrong side of the fabric should be up. Feed one end of the strip into the white end of the tape maker. But it doesn't pass very easily, so I use this tool to force it through. You can see a little channel down the center of the tape maker, so you can push the fabric through it. Or you can use a bit of a spray starch to make the fabric stiffer, and then it will pass through the channel easier. Now I can see the fabric edge is going out of the narrow end of the tape maker. Pull this edge and bring fabric forward. You can have a problem of fabric being twisted, so move the strip around to make it fold correctly. You can see that the fabric tape coming from the tool is folded. I mean, both edges of the strip are folded toward the center. So iron the folded tape while pulling the tape maker. But don't pull too hard, just lightly. Tape makers come in many different sizes, so you can always find the right size for your projects. This is really great little gadget. Now I am going to use a different size tape maker. It's written on it 25 mm and it's metal, not plastic like previous one. For this tape maker I cut the strip wider, 50 mm.